Department Q has just been released on Netflix, and you know what? This is the type of series that I feel Netflix needed. Set in Scotland, we saw a cold case getting reopened about a missing person called Merritt, who hadn't been seen in 4 years. Following DCI Cole Moore as he investigated it while also recovering from being shot a few months earlier, we witnessed both cases being explored with many twists and turns along the way. Within this video, I'll be answering why Merritt was taken, who took her, who fired at Cole in the opening scene, the switch-up in identities, and what the ending truly means. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. Who took Merritt and why was she taken? When it came to who took Merritt, there were a wide array of suspects that we were made to believe it could have been. As a criminal prosecutor, she had made many enemies over the years, and Graham Finch, whom we saw in the first episode as someone she was trying to put behind bars, was one of them. There was also Stephen Byrne, the Lord Advocate, and Kirstie Atkins and her family, someone Merritt promised to help get out of prison if she testified against Finch. But Merritt ultimately abandoned her, which led to Kirstie being attacked. There was also her brother William, who was hinted at right at the start, and Sam Hay, a journalist Merritt was romantically involved with. We were told he died one day prior to Merritt going missing, so there were many people to guess from. In the end, the person posing as Sam Hay, actually Lyle Jennings, was the one who kidnapped Merritt when she got on the boat to go to Moore, the island where she grew up and where her father lived. Lyle Jennings had killed the real Sam Hay, someone he met inside the Godhaven facility, and they shared extremely similar features. Lyle, pretending to be Sam, knew Merritt would be on the boat that day from their conversation at the hotel. He also worked for the ferry company, giving him easy access to lure her away and kidnap her. Lyle and his mother, Elsa Jennings, blamed Merritt for the death of Harry, Lyle's brother, who was once Merritt's boyfriend. Harry was infatuated with Merritt and was willing to do anything for her. Merritt, wanting to escape the island, and her father realized that if the jewelry her father kept of her mother's was sold, she could afford a ticket off the island. She proposed the idea. While she was out, Harry broke into the house to steal the jewelry, but William was home. When he interrupted Harry, Lyle arrived and beat William so badly that he ended up with brain damage. Harry took the blame and, while fleeing, died. Lyle and Elsa blamed Merritt because she originated the plan. You could sense Merritt's guilt in the present day. This guilt is why she helped her brother throughout his life, knowing he wouldn't have suffered those lifelong injuries if it weren't for her. So the kidnapping wasn't tied to any criminal Merritt had prosecuted, but rather to her involvement, however indirect, in Harry's death. The ending explained. By the end of the show, Cole Moore realized Lyle was the dangerous brother with violent tendencies, which explained his time locked up at Godhaven. The bird emblem that triggered William's flashbacks was actually from the company owned by the Jennings father, Shaweird Ocean Systems. That's why the worker was wearing the cap. When Carl and Akram found the yard with the shipping containers, they discovered the hyperbaric chamber where Merritt had been held prisoner for the past 4 years. As they tried to stop the pressure from rising and the oxygen from becoming toxic, Lyle sneaked in. We saw a mirrored moment from the opening scene. Carl was shot again, laying on the floor, staring into the eyes of someone who might kill him. Akram, using his skills, threw a blade at Lyle and then shot him, killing him instantly and rescuing Merritt. Elsa, cornered by police, chose to take her own life rather than face prison. 3 months later, we saw Carl had taken time off, and Merritt thanked everyone involved in her rescue, except Carl. In an emotionally subtle scene, she bumped into Carl in an elevator but didn't recognize him. Carl didn't stop her or call out. This moment reflected the kind of detective Carl is, dedicated to solving crimes, not seeking recognition. Cole later met with Lord Advocate Stephen Burns and blackmailed him into granting a new car, a proper budget for Department Q, and a fast-track promotion for Akram, all in exchange for staying quiet about Burns' cooperation with Graham Finch. The final moments showed Carl sitting in Department Q, so named because it was the shower quarters, opening a new cold case file. This hinted at a possible second season, with the show poised to go in exciting new directions. I thought Department Q was a great show. I'd been looking forward to it because Netflix hasn't had a strong crime drama in a while, and this exceeded expectations. It had the feel of a Scottish mindhunter, with detectives in the basement digging through cold case files. The opening episode was my favorite. I loved the dual timelines, how we didn't realize Merritt's scenes were 4 years in the past until the reveal at the end when they opened her cold case file. That twist was brilliant. If you haven't watched Department Q yet, it's definitely worth binging this weekend. It's the crime drama Netflix needed. So there you have it, my review and explanation of the ending of Department Q. If you want more breakdowns of your favorite TV series and movies, check out the playlist below. What did you think of the show? Share your thoughts in the comments. As always, thanks for tuning into the video, and I'll see you in the next one.